Day 7.
All that, the very last exercise was a plank. For a grand total of
I picked that purposely. 638 exercises, and he had to demonstrate them all for his app, which is cool. Welcome back to the channel, guys. Checking out the weekly health and fitness news. What's been going on? What kind of articles have I seen? Who knows what is installed for you? You've probably already seen what the thumbnail said, so you know exactly what's happening. All right, I am Coach Tom Hall, master degree in sports performance and biomechanics, bachelor's degree in S&C. Just in case you want to know my credentials about any of this kind of stuff, I run an awesome coaches group. You can join in the links below if you really want to, or you can do some of my free stuff, which is absolutely fine. But we are looking at some news in the health and fitness, which has tickled my fancy. What's come out this week that have kind of been able, I'm gonna have a look at that. We've got some ridiculous stuff on an article. So yeah, we're gonna have a little look at these two, all right? So this will be fun. All right.
Every exercise I can
Here's
think
Jeff.
of. I'm gonna see how many of them I can do. I started with every deadlift in existence. Conventional, Romanian, trap bar, even 2-second pause snatch.
So this is interesting, right? So Jeff went ahead and tried to remember and tried to do every single exercise he could think of, which is, yeah, it's pretty interesting. Peek behind the curtain. I've kind of done this before, not in every single exercise, but I'll show you in a second.
Variations. All those deadlifts got me up to 29 exercises. Let's keep going. Next was squats. 63 variations from Arbitrary. That filming took 10 hours. Day 2, I did body weight and rehab exercises. The stuff I thought would be easy. Turns out, I hadn't done some of these in so long, I kind of forgot how to do them.
That happens, yeah. Every now and again, I would go into some coaching stuff and I've written something, or somebody else I'm covering for someone, and I'm like, let me recheck all the coaching cues or the position, technique, and the coaching of this. So that does happen.
Certified strength and conditioning coaches.
Could have picked me.
My technique out of 10. If it wasn't a 10, we filmed it again and again. Day 3 was cables. 85 different cable exercises.
It's quite a lot. It's quite a lot of cable exercises. What's really interesting is like when you're filming like an exercise library. We've done it. So I have a course called the Personal Trainer Collective, the PTC course that I did for furthering education of personal trainers, and we spent days filming exercises. Oh my god, it was a long time. I'll show you how many I did, and it took a while.
Day 4 was machines. Every machine we could think of. This took forever, making sure we had absolutely
I'm sure it did.
Everything. A few more left.
Day 7.
All that, the very last exercise was a plank. For a grand total of...
I picked that purposely. 638 exercises, and he had to demonstrate them all for his app, which is cool. All right, 638. Put that in perspective. All right, I want a little show of like, most people get stuck in the same thing and doing the same exercises all the time. And I'm convinced that Jeff would not pick some of the S&C kind of stuff that we might pick just on this channel, all right? So I want you a little peek behind the curtain in terms of just show and tell, right? So what we may pick or what we have picked in the past, and this is number 1. We have an exercise continuum that I use with my coaches, okay? Which, give or take, I don't actually know how many are on here. That's about 180 is our baseline kind of progression list, right? 180 exercises in our lower body, upper body, and core carry across our 12 movement patterns, all good. There are no machines on here. That is 100%. No machines, right? And then we have a contrast training list, essentially proficiency list. So we look at our contrast pairings, which is this one right here. So we have pairings for like power training and all this kind of stuff, which none of them are on that list. So let's say that adds another, I don't know, 70, 80. All right, so we're at 250 on there. And then I have a proficiency list for coaches, which is this one. All right, so this looks at all the mobility, all the movement prep, all of the ups and downs and stuff like that, which may be another 250. So it's getting up there. So I would like to know, as Jeff, would he have done any of those exercises? Because he is a bodybuilder. So it's quite interesting to kind of see. But I think that should be an open eye moment into what you could do in your plans, right? So which is super interesting. I have a go. I'm gonna go through how many I can name in 1 minute, and I would subsection them all the time. Okay, so 3, 2, 1, let's go. Woo! Boom. So squats, you're gonna go front, back, safety, Hatfield, concentric, eccentric, dom, iso, yeah, just go pause, front, zercher, let's switch, deadlift, trap bar, RDL, B stance, dumbbell RDL, kettlebell RDL, SLDL, med ball, reach, SLDL. I can't even spell it. I'm gonna switch into like split squat. Yeah, I can't speak. And boom. Alright. Super interesting. Obviously, like, that's how I would split up my exercises. Okay, so what we got: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 exercises in 1 minute. I think it'll be an interesting task. I'm gonna do it and record it and see through the week how many exercises can I remember and name and put up. I'm gonna get this, aren't I, gang? Yeah. Anyway, but I'm confident I'll put the under or over for 400. See if I know as many as Jeff. I'm pretty sure I do. It'll be all those cuff weird exercises that I won't know, but we'll see. I like the guy. It's good. It's good crack. Feature number 2. We're only going 2 features this week. There's not much happening in the world of, but we do have some Hyrox stuff which I'm going to feature on next week. So stick all around for that. All right. So if you haven't already, I haven't even asked you to like, subscribe, share. If you like the news, bosh. All right. What's been happening? Fitness expert reveals how long you should be able to hold a plank for according to your age. As you see, this was in the week that this was recorded, the 15th of Jan. It's always nice to look at what's been happening and what drivel that comes, really valid information that comes out of some of this, okay? All right, so you don't need a gym to test your fitness. Of course you don't. I have a whole testing protocol for other stuff like that. So if you're a footballer, you don't need the gym to test all your fitness. Absolutely fine. You could do isometric contractions. You could do bounds. Like a bounding index is one of the things that we do. The plank, super interesting, I'm sure. All right, exercise physiologist Katie Lawton was speaking out of her ass to basically say that the plank is something that we should use to kind of test strength. Sure, any exercise, all right? The validity, any exercises can test strength. That is absolutely fine. How it's done is very different, right? So Lauren explained plank mainly strengthens abdominals, but activates other parts such as your glutes, correct? Hamstrings, cool, and lower back. Yeah, I'd say so. Just think in terms of plank position. I hope people realize that when you're in a plank, you set your arms out, bosh, or like hands down, feet are there, but everything in the middle of you, there's got to be a person doing a plank in here. Yeah, pretty much. So everything in the middle of him, from here to here, you should be basically like an active plank, I guess. If you want to turn out of doing it like a yielding isometric with a bit of an overcoming isometric, and you imagine the floor in between you is like a piece of carpet, right? You're trying to scrunch it up in between you all the way to kind of your midline, your belly button, using your feet and your elbows and your hands. If you try to scrunch that up, that's the contraction that a plank should be. Not can we hold it for a miscellaneous amount of time, right? So if I find it here, there we go. Age 20 to 29, 1 to 2 minutes. Age 30 to 39, 1 to 2 minutes. Age 40 to 49, 1 minute or longer. Age 50 to 59, 30 to 60 seconds. Age 60 and above, 26 seconds. All right, the problem I have with these arbitrary random numbers is fine. They randomly give them out. I don't think there was probably a load of research based off this. I have no idea. I doubt it. You're going to the nursing homes and making these all these, and then you're going, all right, we found a class of university kids. We made it do that. We went, what's the parameters of the people, the gen pop that you're using? Are you going to the fitness classes? Then they're heavily biased towards perhaps people who are doing this, but yeah, this is the solid target apparently. Right, if you want a valid protocol for testing kind of fitness or anything like that, I would stick straight into something like maximal aerobic speed test or something like that if you're able to get on an assault bike, for example, or literally like how quickly can you cover 1 mile would be fantastic. Obviously for the populations that probably aren't watching this, but maybe a little bit bigger, that's not going to be achievable. We have to start with how far you're going to walk in a certain amount of time or anything like that. Start with your cardiovascular and then build up to certain things. So I have a batch of global tests I do with my clients, and we just regress and progress whether we kind of need to, right? And they do 12 different tests with strength, with pulling, pushing, upper body, lower body, then strength endurance, which might be over a set amount of time, and then stuff like this. So we have aerobic stuff and conditioning stuff, and a bit of power-based stuff. All different things that we can do to test strength, which obviously we need to because we don't know where we're going. But this kind of crap is absolute bull. Yeah, during a Fox and Friends broadcast. No, that's... The thing is about holding a plank for over a minute. It's not active and fairly useless, which is cranking on stuff. It's probably just doing, you're wasting your time. You might as well do something else. Just having like 20 seconds of being active and crunching up and using that kind of ability is going to be far better for kind of tendon health and all that kind of fun stuff that they're trying to achieve over a long amount of time, right? And you're going to be able to contract the muscle that you think you're growing at a better rate, rather than just chilling out on tendons and bones and kind of hanging in there, as it were, okay? So be active, please. This last one, I just thought we'd get a precursor onto some stuff, because I think we'll do a whole episode on why this guy is an absolute maniac. The fitness videos go around January. Bandema Training. Should it be every personal trainer's mortal enemy in January? Because he's getting people doing ridiculous things and with zero explanation just to grab attention. Yeah, I will be talking about this guy at length in an influencer workout video or explanation, critiquing, whatever you want to. But look at this absolute garbage, right? Less boastful work, the better. I don't know what's happening. I honestly don't know what's happening. These poor girls. I hope he's paying them a very healthy amount to be in these videos, because oh my god, these are insane. Some of it looks fun, don't get me wrong. Real fun challenges. Not too sure what any of the progression is, how we're gonna achieve perhaps these goals to get where they want to be. But yeah, you're gonna be like, yeah, give me 20 reps of the drop to the knee and shake the thing around on the bosu ball. Let's go. Bosu ball row drop, knee drop things. Oh my god, guys. Yeah, that's what's happening in the world of fitness this week. So how many exercises do you think I'm gonna name over the course of the week? I try and make a note. I really know it's gonna be quite a task, I think. Bandema training is ridiculous, and holding a plank, we'll do it for a video, but please just do it correctly, not for an arbitrary amount of time, please. All right, obviously, if you've got any health and fitness stuff that you want to send me, I will critique it, I will look at it, I will do whatever, anything through the news. I have some hybrid games stuff that's happening for next week already, because that's going to be saved into that episode. And look out for the stuff that's coming throughout the week. We've got podcasts and we've got another video always coming to you, right? So like, subscribe, save, share, all that fun stuff. Anything you want to say to me, absolutely fine. And of course, all the links to join all of my kind of work is down below, right? We'll see you in the next video.